6:30 in the morning. This is what you got to do to keep your house job going, guys. It's all about that awful sound. No, not the what you hear behind me, but I'm talking about the alarm clock. So anyway, I am here at Lowe's. I've been up since 5:30. Early morning material run. You got to do it. You got to do it. Anyway, today's gonna be a terrific day. Today we're doing the roof trusses. As you can see, I'm at Lowe's. I've seen this place so many times this year. I'm sick of it. These guys are good. Guys are good. Very neat. Very neat. Good job, guys. Very cool. Very cool. So I guess they're putting up the roof joists and they're working their way back this way. Kind of see how they do it. Pretty good, man. There's the boss himself. Wow. 45 years old, that guy works. Very cool. Very cool. Well, guys, I'm going to leave these guys alone. There we are. The roof is going on. Very nice, guys. Very nice. Very nice. Wow, that is great. So these are my guys doing a good job, and showing up in the afternoon to see if they need materials. I've been out looking at kitchen stuff all day, and those are 24-foot beams, by the way, and these are our guys, man. They're great. Look at that. That was quick. That was all in one day. There was no roof on that today. You know, pretty cool. Pretty good stuff. Very exciting. Okay, Paul Catcher, 423buyland.com. And another beautiful morning. The morning is stunning out right now. So lucky. And one thing I can't impress upon you more is to do your job before the brutal sun in June and July hit. You know, you want to try to get that place all dried in naturally. Well, the guys are finishing this job at breakneck speed. We're really quite happy with it. And I want to show you where we've gotten in one day. They've done all the roof trusses in a day. Well, actually, the roof structure in a day. Check this. Very nice. Very nice. So anyway, I'm here early before the guys show up. These are our 24 footers, and these right now are going to go, I'll show you. This is our plyboard, and that's just for the roof. We still got to do the outside, of course. But man, it's really exciting, guys. I have to tell you, I'm really excited. So this is kind of what you can expect if you're building your house, hopefully with whatever crew you choose, whether it's these guys or your own. You know, obviously you have these bracers here to hold the walls up, and they lift the walls up, they brace them, but they put extra bracers before they put these up. So these they put up yesterday, okay? And one thing I wanted to tell you guys was this. This was the first house we did 9-foot ceilings. My other house I did 8-foot, which came right about to here. And I got to tell you guys, the 9-foot ceilings are very doable. I would do them. I wish I had done 9-foot ceilings on my house. I didn't think it was necessary. Now I believe 10-foot, your cost and fraction is going to go up a little bit because it is much harder to put up 10-foot walls and do all the sheetrock. But I think 9-foot is just a foot extra. It's a happy medium. I would definitely go for the 9-foot walls. Now I want to show you guys something, because I always try to teach when I can. And when I say teach, just remember, I'm not an experienced builder by any stretch. And I'm not going to pose to be a builder, guys. I'm going to be just like you, because this is my YouTube channel, and I'm the student. And this is my fourth structure, number 4. And so here's what I've learned that I can pass upon to you guys, and I think maybe you'll appreciate it. And it's not really about the building process. Here I have a group of guys that first and foremost, exceptional character. Character, and work ethics, exceptional. And that's important because what I'm doing is never going to work without that. And I am doing a construct right now without blueprints, without plans, without a contract, handshake agreement, reputation. Now, that's all good and proper. But as I've learned, this is my fourth structure. I've learned a few key points in developing a house such as this when you don't have blueprints. Where can you find that online? Go ahead online and Google or look on YouTube and type in something, building a house without plans. It's very, very difficult, and there's not a lot of information out there. So I'm going to show you something to really, really, really help all of you out there if you decide to do it this route. And why? Because you can save money this way. If you learn from me, not try it your first time around, you can save money. I once went to an engineer and they developed plans for like $4,000 or $5,000. I never ended up using those plans on the house. Now watch, here's what I mean. You're designing a house, you have no blueprints, you have nothing available at your disposal, you have a handshake agreement. The subfloor is quite easy. You get your dimensions. This is 24 by 48 subfloor. Okay, so that when the subfloor goes down and that last piece of plyboard is on, you have basically a box. Well, what next? Well, let me show you. Okay. What you want to do, guys, is the first thing you want to do. You see these walls right here? Now, I know, I get it. We all will draw out the wall plan on a piece of paper. But this is the pitfall if you're kind of, and I'm going to call this building it blindly. Okay? Here's the pitfall you're going to run into. You hand somebody some plans, right? And they start building the walls, and then you find out later on, oof, you know, that room is too small. Well, it's too late. That room is up. Okay, well, here's a neat trick. Before all of this went down, and all of these walls went up, and all that ceiling went down, when all we had was a square, I go around, and I take masking tape, and I mask off where all the potential walls are going to be. So this entire place was masked out. And what I do is I take the 2-inch masking tape and I run it side by side. So there's 2 strips, because that 2-inch masking tape is about the width of a 2x4 when you put it together. And why that's important is because you can tell your crew, especially if there's a language barrier, go on top of the masking tape. It's about the same width as that, okay? Now, when you lay your masking tape down, it gives you the opportunity to look at the room and say, I need an extra 6 inches, move it over, right? Okay. Now, the masking tape plays a dual purpose in this whole. It's pretty easy to get the rooms down, and even if your rooms are off by 4 or 5 inches, it doesn't really matter that much, but the windows. The masking tape on the floor is so that you can position the windows. Well, here's an example of what happens when you don't put all the masking tape down. You can't center the windows. I have a few windows that are not centered properly because I was complacent, and I've done this before. So watch this. You see this opening right here? Look at this wall here. Now look at this wall here. Okay, I get it. If you have this plan for a piece of furniture, let's say an armoire or maybe a desk or something, I get that. But it was not planned. And what happened was I put the tape down, and instead of taking a tape measure and going like this, I normally mark the windows. So normally I would come back in after I run my tape on the ground. I'd take a pencil, of course I would center it, and I would make a mark there and make a mark there. Monkey see, monkey do, right? You come in, you see the 2 marks, that's where you want the window. They put the window right there. Well, right now it's right there because when I put the tape in, I forgot to mark the window in this room. Now watch this. I came in this room and I did the same problem. This window should have actually been over a little bit, right about to here, because I'm having a shower put in there. Keeping it simple, right? That's what I like to do. In short, masking tape and a pencil or black permanent marker. If you have a subfloor, your subfloor is done, go in with you and the family, go in with tape, have a good time. It's a lot of fun. You're marking out your rooms. Oh, by the way, the great part about this is this: when you have a language barrier, it is nice to be able to take those plans and technically throw them in the garbage. because you're telling them, okay, the plan's got it started, but everything is marked off on the subfloor, and they like it, guys. I've seen them literally go like this. You wipe the sweat off their brow, because there is a language barrier. They feel it, I feel it, but there's no reason to have that. It's just 2 rules. Tape off your rooms before they put the walls up, and go mark precisely where you want the windows. It's not too hard, but they work hand in hand. It's really important. And by the way, you can't mark off the windows until you really get those walls down. So think about that. Over here, we marked off the windows. You guys notice? There's a corner. There's the corner. We ran the tape over here. We ran the tape over here. I come back with a tape measure. As a matter of fact, I use a pencil. You can see my mark right there, right? You see my mark? Okay. Once you do those 2 things, you're throwing away the plans. You'll never see them again, ever. You'll never see them again. So that is the key for us, and this is what I'm learning. This is my 4th job with these guys. It's just a few little things, and you could do a house without blueprints. Yeah, it's great to have blueprints. Guys, look, if you can go on AutoCAD, get some prints for $200-300, they read prints. Of course they read prints. They do all that. We didn't do that. Every time we went to go price for prints, they were just, you know, look, you can spend $500 on prints, or you could figure it out and go grab yourself some masking tape and a pencil and just mark the walls and the windows. That's all you're doing, and you're on a roll. Now, everything else is pretty, but here's where we're at. So they're going to come back, and the next thing that they're going to do is they're going to run the ceiling trusses from there to there. Each one's going to go this way, right? So we're going to have a whole bunch of trusses going there, and those are the 24 footers that you see resting there. Anyway, Paul Katcheroff, I'm always trying to find something that I can pass along to you, because, you know, I'm not a builder. I'm just a land seller, okay? And I'm not going to pose to be the builder. Call these guys. These guys are great, by the way. I really dig them. You know, I'm really, really happy. I've never had a contract. Everything handshake. Everything is great, guys. It really is. And they're just wonderful, wonderful people. Trustworthy. I know the family. Verified. I can leave $50,000 with them, and then the next day it will still be there if I ask them. You see what I mean? So it's ultimate trust. It's all there. They're great to work with, and I can't impress upon you enough to call Antonio. Anyway, Paul Katcheroff. Another wonderful day, and I'm excited about this house build, and we'll document a few more videos. Good luck on everything.
Look, I'm getting the hug. I'm getting the hug. This little girl, I'll get hugged. Mean bloodhound. So mean. Oh.
Yeah.
What? Mom.